Hey, so what if you started to truly believe, as the spiritual person that you are, truly believe that your source was the divine, was the universe? How different would your life be if you really truly believed that actually your source of money, of love, of health wasn't other people, wasn't your job, wasn't your business, that actually you are fully supported, that the universe really has your back, as Gabriel Bernstein would say, that God actually gets you, God fully supports you. Supposing you really believed that, how different would life be? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. This is Rosemary Noni Knight, RNK for short. I'm the Prosperity Minister. I help you to prosper in your relationships, money, work, whether it's career or business, as well as in health and spirituality. Because hey, I think everything runs from a deep spiritual place. Okay. Okay, so this is it. This is an affirmation. Affirmation for this week is the divine. Actually, I usually say Papa, but I have to keep reminding myself that not everybody uses the term Papa. But okay, the divine is my instant, my constant, my unlimited source, and I choose to live in trust. I was actually speaking to someone today. We will sing that in a second. In fact, no, we're going to sing it now. The divine is my instant, my constant, unlimited source. I choose to live in trust. You see me on my bike in the mornings when I'm doing this, I'm usually yelling that out. Because why? I choose to build a belief in that, okay? The same as everybody else, we need to build belief. Papa, well, I say Papa. The divine is my instant, my constant, unlimited source. I choose to live in trust. So that's the affirmation for the week, and I really want you to take it on. If you're a spiritual person, you know that your supply, well, you know it. You probably even say the words. Your supply, your source is actually the divine. It's actually the universe, whatever you want to call it, whatever is comfortable for you. But for me, it's God. For me, it's the divine. It's Papa. And I know that's my source. And because I know that, because I choose to live in trust of that, I can then do more of the stuff that I actually feel called to do. Now, before I trusted that, I was a pharmacist. I felt that the only way I could pay, hey Modica, how you doing? The only way I could pay for my life, to take care of my responsibilities, was if I did things that, the practical, responsible thing to do is to get yourself a career, get yourself a job, even if you don't actually like it. You're supposed to do that for the rest of your life because everybody knows that you only do this, they only get to do the stuff you love doing in your spare time. You cannot expect, so the saying goes, you cannot expect to do more of what you enjoy doing, except in your spare time. That for the most of your life, you're supposed to spend it doing things just to make money, just to make people happy. You don't think about it that way. And in fact, most spiritual people, if I speak to you, you would probably say you're not motivated by money. Money doesn't control you. But then if I looked at your life, I would see that you're mostly doing things only because of money. Only because you need to take care of responsibilities. So that tells me that you don't have a trust in God, in the universe, that you will be taken care of. And I get it. I lived that life for a long time, and it took a lot of courage to step off that path. I've spoken to a few people today. One person did actually find the courage to step off that path and step onto her purpose path, where even though she had no plan B, she stepped away from what was comfortable in order to live out the call on her life. Somebody else was in the process of realizing that actually most of her life was defined by how much money she had or didn't have. And so as much as these were spiritual people, or she was a spiritual person, the first person was a spiritual person as well, but one person had made the decision that, you know what, I am fully taken care of, I am fully supported, I can trust that God has my back, that the universe has my back. The other person hadn't quite come to that place yet, okay? And for a lot of people, they haven't quite come to that place yet. You're very dependent on your job, your business, the people around you, even though you don't always like the people around you. You don't always love what you do for a career or a business, but you feel you have to because it's the only way you make money. But is it true? And do you want that to continue to be your truth? Would you like to consider a different way of looking at life? What would happen if you really truly believe the words you speak, the words of faith? Especially if you have a religion, there is an element of faith that comes with that, where, well, it should do, but it doesn't always. You actually have to work on it, where you tell yourself that God is your supply, but do you live as though He is? Do you live as though you trust that you will be taken care of? Now, I'm not saying we don't do anything. I work pretty dang hard, but I do only things that I like doing. That's the thing. I do things that I like doing, trusting that actually I will be taken care of. Now, it wasn't automatic. I didn't get there just by, well, I suppose in the end I did have to make a decision that I would trust. And then I built up the trust as well. And I still have to. But it's like, listen again to this affirmation, and I want you to start taking this on board this week. The divine is my instant, my constant, my unlimited source. I choose to live in trust. And it's a choice to live in trust. I was going to play it on guitar, I suppose I should try. It just feels as if it doesn't have an end. And maybe it doesn't, but I just keep saying the same words over and over again. Papa, well, I say papa. Okay, I'm going to change it for you guys because I know you don't all say papa, but I say it. The divine is my instant, my constant, unlimited source. I choose to live in trust. Divine is my instant, my constant, unlimited source. Choose to live in trust. It feels as if I should go somewhere else with it, but that's where it ends. The divine is my instant, my constant, my unlimited source. And I want you to think about what that could mean for you. Because we all say this, as spiritual people, we all say that this is what we want to live. Or maybe you haven't even considered it, I don't know. But for me, I know, because I was Christian since I was born. Well, practically since I was born. It has been the underlying theme in theory of my life, but it hasn't been where I lived from. I didn't actually really believe it. I still remember actually when in 2005, I think it was, when I learned how to tap into my intuition, when I learned how to hear what the divine was saying to me, he kept saying, I am your source. I am your source. I am your source. And I didn't really get what he meant, okay? I am your source. And it's been an increasing, a growing revelation. He is my source. It means that I don't have to do things just because I think it will get me through. I can trust that he will find a way to take care of me if I will open myself up to more prosperity. If I will open myself up to following that intuitive nudge inside of me, I can trust that he will find a way to get what I need to me. If I will ask for what I need and I will trust that it's coming, I will get it. And the same goes for you guys. Again, I talk about this spiritual stuff. It doesn't mean that we don't do practical physical things. We do, okay? But we don't allow the desire for money alone to be the determinant factor. We choose to live out our calling, and we trust that we'll find a way to make it work for our families, for ourselves. It's a choice we get to make every single day. So I ask you, would you like to make the divine your instant, constant, unlimited source? Would you choose to live in trust? And if so, let me invite you to take part in the free and simple 7-day miracle experiment, okay? It is at rosemarynonnynight.com/prosperity. No, it's experiment, isn't it? Yes. rosemarynonnynight.com/experiment. I have a daughter here. rosemarynonnynight.com/experiment. Go and register for the webinar, listen into the webinar, and come and take part in the 7-day experiment, okay? Start to open yourself up to what is possible for you. Now, I do truly, completely, deep down inside of me believe that universe will have your back if you will trust, if you will jump off the cliff and start to do simple things to open yourself up to more prosperity, okay? But it's up to you. It's up to you. The divine would like to support you, but you have to choose to live in trust. Now, I give you that affirmation and we'll probably be talking about it for the rest of the week. But live into it, okay? Live into it. It will resonate with you if you know that you need to live into it, okay? Okay then, I'm going to leave it at that for now. Much amazing love. Come and join us in the free the free and the simple 7-day miracle experiment. It'd be great to have you in the group after you've listened to the webinar. Much amazing, amazing, amazing love. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You can't quite see her, but she's there. Bye.
Bye.